Hey, friends and family from Ronnie's Farm to Table. It is a crisp Friday morning. We have about 22 degrees on the farm, which is about 4 degrees Celsius, minus 4 degrees Celsius. Um, so we will be able to do a couple things today outside. The wind doesn't seem to increase. I want to get the garden tilled, get the tractor ready for the winter, and then we're gonna check up on the mushrooms. It will be hopefully a rather shorter episode than yesterday, but we will see what I can get into today. So stay tuned. Before we get all oily and dusty from the outside work that we have to do today, I thought it would be a good idea to clean out the humidifier tote. So the water is rather low today, and it will be easy to carry over to the sink and dump it here. Another thing that you see here as well is a bunch of my substrate bags in a bleach solution. Yesterday, when I moved the shelf over to this area, the top popped open. About 50% of my mushroom grow bags fell to the floor. So I just want to make sure that there's no contamination or anything in there from the floor. You know, I live on a farm, I run around everywhere, and I come in here with my farm shoes. So just making sure that they didn't pick up anything that I might have put on the floor here. They've been sitting here for long enough that 99.9% of bacteria or anything is dead on it. We're gonna be putting those in the sauna room on the metal shelf that I have in there. And let's do that quick. Then I can use the bleach solution to clean out the water tank and dump everything underneath here in this green bucket. Will be a lot easier to carry out versus the big tote that I have to kind of wiggle out of the rooms here. So let's get to it. Welcome to the sauna room. Something that you see here is me improving my process. When I did the first time the substrate bags, I had everything staggered on top of each other pretty much on two shelves. And this time I figured out I can just use one shelf, take this upper shelf rack out and leave the totes open first of all, so that the humidity can get out of the bag so I don't have two wet bags anymore. I think that was one of the problems that I created myself. And then also I put the lath in between each tote so there's enough airflow between everything. Before there was just not really airflow, and I think that was one of my issues, which most likely have created an environment where I had some of the contamination that you saw. This is me improving my process along the way. And down here are the bags, the substrate bags that were in a bleach solution. I will put them out on the shelf, on the lower shelf here, let them dry pretty quickly. So let's do it. But first I need some space. Here we are back with the humidifier tote, and something that you have seen is I have two on here. In one of the previous videos, when I had to carry it outside to dump it, something happened where the inner one was my good tote, fell out of my hand because it was slippery and hit a metal surface on the bottom and cracked a little hole on the bottom. And the outer one here, this is which one you see here, has a crack by the handle up here. So if I combine those two, I will be able to make them work. I haven't gotten around yet to buy another one. Because they're still working the way that they're supposed to, I thought, hey, just wait a little bit until you buy a new tote. So one of the reasons why some bugs are able to crawl into my water is this hole. You see, this is the out hole where the mist and the fresh air supply is always coming in. And this is the in hole. And one of the problems is I have those wires here. One is for the mister and one is for the UV sterilizer. And I thought if I put this ring over it yesterday, it will help the issue, but it doesn't. So I got those little rubber grommets. Grommets? I'm not sure. And I will be able to drill individual holes through here so that they are their own little thing, that this is all sealed, the holes will be all sealed so the bugs can get in, and I should not have that issue in the future. So I'm going to take it apart, drill 2 holes, and get it all cleaned out, refill it, start it up again. All right? So with the first toad, you have seen me cleaning it out, triple rinsing it, wiping it out afterwards. Something that you also saw as I duct taped it. And the bottom one only gets very little water actually in it. The most is held by the inner one, the center one. So the bottom one, which is on the outer side, there's just a little bit of water all around and doesn't even reach that high where I had the duct tape. It's an in-between solution. While I'm doing this, I'm contemplating buying more heavy-duty buckets. But the heavy-duty buckets, they're not clear. And one thing that I like about the clear ones, I can see in them. I can always check how high is the water and these kind of things. So I will have to research online, see if there are better bucket versions. But let's keep going, cleaning them out. Next up will be the center one. The center one has to be cleaned inside out. With the bottom one, I only had to clean the inside because that's the only area where the water will touch. So let's get to the next one. Back assembled, everything cleaned out, and something I realized, these little rubber grommets, I cannot use them because like the UV sterilizer has a big cap on both ends and it's not able to go to this little hole. And I was thinking I just cut this open, put the wire in it and somehow attach it in here. But that's not going to work. What I'm going to have to do is get a white silicone soft skin deal and deal with it. However, what I did now, this is the UV sterile light. I put it on the side of the toad. Here's a seal rubber ring. And from the mister, this cable, it actually comes from the inside. There you can see the cable. Goes inside my humidifier ductwork and comes out here and goes into this box. So there's no cables here anymore. This is now all nice and tight and rubberized. And the water is filling. I should be soon reaching the limit where I want it. So I usually take my water in here, in and out. I have this little 4-inch fan here that I put on top. If my tent needs more air supply, I have a bigger, more powerful fan. But the one that I like on here, I can control the speed. I can set it up to low, medium, high, off. So, let's take that one back. Everything cleaned, everything good. Time to go on to the next project. I suppose I gotta put the tilling and the tractor maintenance up to next week or something. I just saw an update that my grain spawns that I ordered earlier, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, is already in Minneapolis. So there's a good chance that might come in today, and some of the grain spawns that I have ordered, they need to be used right away, and you have to open all the bags within 24 hours just to make sure if there's any mold or anything in it that you can have a warranty claim with my supplier. So the plan is now I'm gonna get my substrate toads ready, get them in the sauna here and pasteurize. You see, I want them at 4 hours, about 160 degrees on the substrate, and then they have to cool down to room temperature again. So let's get to it. No time to waste. We are under time pressure. I'm so happy I got this area cleaned up so I can actually use it right now to create the substrate totes and then put it right in the sauna. The sauna is on actually right now trying to dry up those substrate bags that I put in there. Hopefully that will work out without damaging the substrate bags. I have to keep a close eye, check on it every 20 minutes or so. It's on the lowest setting that the sauna can have. But the faster they dry out, the better. Then I can use the shelf in there to get my substrate pasteurized. This is already moistened up here. Should be ready to use any moment. Feels pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna turn on some music for myself because this is gonna take a little bit. And you guys will listen to the music that I play for you on this video. So let's get it done. Let's get the substrate bags in here as quick as possible, right? We got the substrate mix ready for the pasteurization. I'm still letting dry off the substrate bags that I cleaned earlier. There's a little bit of a break for me here. Probably I can get some lunch. So I will be checking up on the substrate bags pretty soon. Then those guys are gonna go in and do their thing. And we take it from there. So, hey folks, the substrate bags are dry and they're ready to be used. Hopefully I didn't do more harm than good by putting them in a bleach solution. We will see how that all works out. So I gotta put a towel on top of the metal rack for the first layer that sits on the metal, and then I'm gonna have my lath in between the different totes. So let's get to it and get the substrate bags pasteurized, right? Quick little update from the pasteurization process. Let's see, the room temperature is at 200. Okay. Don't want to keep the door too long open. The top level is at 95 degrees. We have to get it up to 160. The lower one is about 90, and I suppose this one is 85. So, need some more time to get up to the right temperature, and then we have to hold it for 4 hours at that temperature. This gives me enough time to actually till the garden. So let's do what I said I'm gonna do, all right? See you out in the garden. We are in the garden. Let's get it tilled pretty quick. The tiller, the walk behind tiller is in front of the Quonset. I'm gonna quickly go back and forth, get the soil worked up for spring. And it's a beautiful day actually. It's now in the upper 40s, so it's really nice. The sun is shining and it's Friday, two of my favorite things. Garden is tilled. Let's see what else we can do. There's still some hours left in the daytime here. And that thing sometimes, you know, that tiller, when you hit a hard surface, it jumps up on you and you have to almost go with it. It's quite something. All right, folks, let's see what we can do next. I still got enough time to show you what the mushrooms are up to. So it's your favorite segment. What's up, mush? I think I'm going to call it that way. So let me go into my sterile lab outfit. Ta-da! I did it again. It's magic. You know the drill. I'm going to quickly go through every single one. If I see something unusual, I will let you know. Oh, first I have to get started. All right, let's check out what's going on here. Ooh, look at this little guy. There's mushrooms coming, little pink ones. Ooh. Let's see if I can focus on it. Yep, happy little guy. Here's one that I have not shown you yesterday, but look at this guy. And every single section here. Let's see. Come on, focus camera. They're all going to become little mushrooms. Here's one. No movement on those guys up there. How about the lion's mane, huh? Let's check what that guy is up to. Again, getting bigger. Starting to crawl out of here. Cool, cool, cool. Oops. Yep, coming slowly out of there, huh? Not much movement on these guys here yet. And how about you guys back here? No, not really. Nope, nothing yet. And this guy is just doing funky things. Let me get out of the red. There, it's trying. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, let's go to the results section. The results. We all looked together into the growing tent and saw some of the growth happening. The pink oysters are the furthest along, which is really cool to see. The really choppy one, you saw all those little bubbles on top of it. All of these are going to become mushrooms. They're all going to come out and spread out. I don't have little individual mushrooms like button mushrooms. Oysters are usually a cluster. So it would be super interesting to see over the weekend and on Monday what's happening. I probably have to record over the weekend. I promised my wife I wouldn't do it. But oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Looking into the dark tent, the stages are advancing. The bags that are too wet, they're not losing any moisture. So probably I have to toss those out as well. And we had 2 bags that I actually took inside the house. So let's go quick check those out. And here we are with the other bags that I sorted out. This one is the one that had a lot of white bubbles going on. And looking at here, I think those are all mushrooms. So I probably can open up the golden oysters, some of the bags that are not too wet. And here you can see the trichoderma. It's spreading. It started down in the little corner. Then when I opened it up, it was about here, and it just keeps spreading and spreading. Very interesting to see. However, I have to mist those. They have to get misted 3 times at least. You see, they don't have a humidifier system. All right, folks, let's bring Kaiser in. Bye. That's it for today. It was a good Friday, a little bit of hectic going on when I heard that probably my grain spawn will come in. But I think I got everything managed. So, little Kaiser's here. Oh, and even Heidi, my wife, is there. Hi.
Hi.
Let's bring Kaiser in. Come on. Oh, yes, yes, Kaiser, come on. You had a good day outside, huh?
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Come on. Come on. Come on, Kaiser. Let's go inside. Whoop. Where are you? There.
It's right here. Come on, Kaiser,
Come on.
let's go in.
Oh, I know it's a nice day.
I know. Go
Come on.
Let's go to the tree.
Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.